So today we're going to talk about graphic design. If you're a business owner, entrepreneur, or someone looking to start a side hustle, chances are you realize the importance of having good graphic design for your business, your logo, and every other design piece that you're going to have on your website, social media, and other places is really important. But if you're like me, you don't know the slightest thing about graphic design. And so what I want to do is walk you through all the options available to you, well, outside of hiring a full-time employee, because I'm guessing if you're watching this video, that's not within your plans or you don't have that much work that needs to be done to hire a full-time employee. So let's talk about all the other options available to you. If you're interested in graphic design and want to learn how to do it yourself, there are a ton of options out there for you. So what I would recommend to get started would be to check out Canva. So you can get started with their free plan, learn to do graphic design through YouTube tutorials and other things. And most of the work that you'd want to do, you could do for free with Canva. There's a few things like taking the backgrounds out of photos and things like that you can't do with Canva's free plan. But other than that, if you want to put the time in and learn it, you could do all the work yourself using Canva. And the rest of the video, I want to talk about all the ways that you could outsource this work. So the first thing that I want to talk about is your logo design. So this is something you could spend thousands of dollars on, or you could get done for free. And so what I would recommend is don't save up a ton of money and hire the world's best graphic designer. You don't need that to get started. Just do something cheap, easy, quick, be done with it, have a website up, and then get on with everything else that you have to do when you're starting a company. And so we did a video, I think about a year ago now, where we went through 5 different ways where you could create your logo for under $100. The first one of those is Squarespace. So you can design your logo in Squarespace. They have a tool for that for free. So you don't need to design your website with Squarespace to design your logo. So the second option is Wix. If you create your website in Wix, you can create a logo for free. If you want to use their logo builder, I think it's $20 or $50. They have 2 different options for designing the logo and not using their website tool. The third option is called Looka, which used to be called Logo Joy. I think that's how I referenced it in earlier videos. But you can design your logo through their online tool and it has ranging prices from $20 to $80. We actually use that for some of the really early things we did for the Pickle and other businesses that we started. And then the last option is TAILOR brand. So it's kind of a subscription for logo design. So I think it's anywhere from $4 to $12 or $13 a month for that subscription plan. One of the other things that we mentioned in the video was using Fiverr. So Fiverr was a website started where you could get stuff done for $5, hence the name. But since then they've really expanded their service offering where they do stuff very inexpensively for $5. We did a video of where we designed one of our YouTube thumbnail images using Fiverr. I'll link to that video up above as well that you could check out. But they have a whole range of different graphic design options. You could design a logo. I think when I looked at it before, anywhere for $15 to hundreds of dollars, but there's hundreds of different graphic designers on the platform. So the fourth option would be Upwork. On Upwork, you can go and filter for a freelancer to do graphic design work. Generally charged by the hour, so if you have a specific budget, working on Upwork for your logo might be difficult because it's hard to say exactly how many hours it would be, but if you find a graphic designer on there you like, you could reach out to them and get a better idea of what pricing would be. The last option I want to talk about would be 99 Designs. So this is an interesting option because what they do is you choose like a different pricing option. I think they have 3 or 4 different tiers starting at $600. And essentially what you do is you give all the information about your logo and the plan that you choose. So say you choose the $600 option. Then a bunch of graphic designers essentially put together logos for you and you give feedback on it. And through a couple of rounds of iterations, you essentially choose the winner, and the winner receives whatever the total amount was that you had for the contest or getting your logo done. So the interesting thing with using 99 Designs is if you're not quite sure the design that you want, you can put forward some information and a bunch of graphic designers can put together ideas for you. It's great for idea generation for you to be able to see what other people's imagination is for your logo design, and then you can iterate that and work and create the final product with the chosen graphic designer there. So now let's move on from getting your logo done to kind of day-to-day graphic design work. And depending on what type of work that you want done, this could change a lot who you may want to work with. And so some of the options don't really make sense for this. So 99 Designs, I wouldn't say would make sense. Fiverr could work if you have specific things that you want done, because generally people create profiles for specific tasks on Fiverr. So you could say, hey, I need a YouTube thumbnail, or I need the banner image for my Twitter account. So you would kind of pay for things piecemeal on Fiverr. So you'd say, here's the different piecemeal things that I need created, and you would find someone that would do each one of those projects for you. And so sometimes having someone create all of it and having the same imagery may be a little bit more difficult with Fiverr, because you can't necessarily just give something different tasks to the same person that did other work for you necessarily. Upwork might be a good option for this, where you find a graphic designer you like, they have an hourly rate, and so any type of project, if it's, hey, I'm working on a presentation, or I need new business cards, or I have this YouTube thumbnail, or I need this social media post, you essentially pay them a flat hourly rate, and they bill you for the amount of hours that they worked on all the different projects that they had for you. Another option, if you have quite a bit of volume of graphic design work, would be Design Pickle. So Design Pickle is an interesting service where you pay a flat monthly fee and you can send them unlimited amount of work. You essentially have a designer with Design Pickle that works for you, and you send them projects. They aren't working just for you full time. I don't know how many different clients they might be working with, but essentially you could plan on having essentially a full day turnaround time. So you say, hey, I have this social media post I need designed, or what about this slide of a presentation? You send them the instructions and they send it back to you, essentially within one business day. The good thing here too is that you're working with the same person all the time, and you can send them different tasks. So maybe the first thing you do with your designer isn't perfect, but as you're working together over time, you're obviously going to work together more efficiently. But given that it's a bit higher of a fixed monthly fee of $400, you want to have a certain volume of work. And so if you only need something small done here and there, it probably doesn't make sense to work with Design Pickle. But I think Design Pickle could be great if you have a decent volume of graphic design work that you need done on a regular basis. So I think that gives you a pretty decent overview of all the options you have available to you. Obviously, you could go to a local graphic designer in the city that you're in. Chances are it's going to be a little bit more expensive, more like the 99 Designs or some of the other more expensive options that I talked about, where it's 50, 100, however many dollars per hour, at least if you're in the US. Obviously, if you're in another country, it may be cheaper to work with someone locally than it is here in the US, but really want to give you a wide array of potential services to work with to get all of your graphic design work done. So kind of to wrap up, if you want to learn to do it yourself, check out Canva, learn how to do it on YouTube. You can put in the time and do all of your graphic design work yourself. If that's not an option, you have your logo design, where we went through a whole bunch of tools that you can use to get your logo done. Don't spend a bunch of time or money on this. Get it done. There's 1,000 things that you have to do when you're starting a business. Don't be held up by your logo. And then the day-to-day graphic design work. There's a lot of stuff that you probably need to do, if it's putting text on an image, creating a thumbnail for YouTube, a social media post, a flyer, your website. There's 1,000 different things to do. And so having kind of your go-to tool or service for graphic design is really important. You don't want to be searching for someone to do something when you need something done yesterday. So hopefully by going through this video and giving you some different options of how you can get your graphic design work done will help you get your business off the ground and grow your company. As always, if you have any questions or comments or anything that we can help with, leave a comment down in the comment section. Give us ideas for future videos, or if you have questions, we can respond to you there. So that's all I have for this video. Hopefully you found it useful, you're ready to get all your graphic design work done and grow your business. If you want to watch more of our content, I'll link to a couple videos along the side here. Until next time, bye-bye.